This is Jamaica Live. This with Madison, and we are here again with Little June Afro Punta. Again, as I said, he is one of the most vibiest artists on the scene right now. He's energetic, he's positive, and welcome to Jamaica Live. So, Little June, I know you're promoting, doing your tour right now. So first, I want to tell us about Little John Afro Punta, the tour.
Well, right now, the tour Afro Punta is actually me promoting this new album, which is called Afro Punta. So I'm basically, I just created my own genre of music too. So I'm mixing two kinds of music, which is Afro beat, and mixing with Punta was very cultural from Central America, which is Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize. So in a way where it's like I'm taking out some elements from both genres and mixing it with my own kind of flavor into it. Mixing with an EDM, a soca, hip hop, R&B, pop kind of element into the sound,
Yeah, and you have this song which basically why Jamaica Live, like, wow, this this um this artist is really good. Your collaboration with Elephant Man.
Yes.
You want to tell us about that?
Well, man, how that came about,
Yes.
we actually had a show that we did together back in early August. In early August, we had did a show for Adamari Drug Fest, and I actually knew the promoter. But to make the long story short, I already had a vision already. So the day of the concert, earlier that day, I just happened to get into the studio to produce the music, the instruments and everything, the music and everything. I had a vision. And I have my laptop, as you can see, which is right
Yeah.
here. My laptop and everything, my little piano MIDI keyboard. So I did the beat. So I waited till Elephant Man had finished performing because I was by the stage, backstage. But you know how it is after an artist perform. You have fans standing on the side waiting to take pictures and everything. But me, the difference about me is that I had a laptop and headphones. So I'm like this, ready for Elephant Man, to get off the stage. So once he came, some people in the crowd noticed who I was too and was telling Elephant Man, like, yo, this is Little June, blah, 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 Afro Punta, yo, like, listen to the man, boom, boom. So I gave Elephant Man the headphones, played the music for him, and once he heard the beat, he saw the vision and how serious and dedicated I was. He said, man, come to the studio tomorrow, boom, 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 and we're going to work it out.
So Elephant Man was here in New York.
No, he was in, we did the show in California.
Okay, we did. Okay, you did
In
show in California,
California.
and right there and then, he listened to the music,
Yes.
and he decided you guys are a good fit.
Yes.
Good fit.
Yes.
Okay, so what is the other music you have on the album? Tell us about
Well,
the other songs on the album.
Basically, the song, besides the collaboration I'm doing with Elephant Man, is this song called Hala that's really taking off right now.
Okay.
So Hala means hot, like hot, caliente. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Caliente in the Latin world, and I have a dance that goes with the song
so you're gonna
too.
show us that
Yeah,
later,
I'm gonna
I'm
show
sure.
you
Yeah,
guys
yeah.
with that later. But yeah, that's the song that's taking off right now, and I'm basically filming the music video right now too as well.
So basically, you are doing a lot of promotion
Yes.
within the Latin community.
It's like all kinds of community. Yep.
All kind of
Yes.
community.
Caribbeans.
So,
Yep.
just kind of run down the different songs and the album and
Okay.
tell us at Jamaica Live.
I have this song called "Do You Wanna Dance." Do you wanna dance? Do you wanna dance? That is the song that actually made Lil June before Pani River and Hala and all of that. That's the song that made Little June career to this day. So I wanted to bring that song back in a proper way where it's like produced the way how I wanted the song to be produced in the Afro Punta world.
Is this your first album or?
This is my first album under my company.
Okay.
But before that, I was doing a partnership with this label called SKM Records. And the owner of that used to be my manager. His
Okay.
name is Ozzie Smith. And I did three to four different albums. But I consider it more as a mixtape because it was a way for me, to deliver music and for people to get to know who Little June is. Basically building up a buzz before Afro Punta album had released.
Okay, So you're touring right now. You're touring right now. So tell Jamaica Live viewers what where they can see you live. What tell them about the tour.
Well, right now, I just came, not too long ago, I just came from Belize as well. But besides that, right now, my next New York show will be December the 25th in the Bronx. In the Bronx, is this place called Best Party Place. And if you want to find out more information, because I know everybody's not going to remember
Yes.
the information off top, you could just go on my page, Junior Alvarez, on Facebook and everything. But it's going to be located in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Besides that, I have North Carolina, have Las Vegas, California, New Orleans, Texas, Boston, Philadelphia. It's just going all over right now. Basically, just promoting Afro Punta. For those that never heard of Afro Punta, is a way for me to be able to introduce this kind of music into the world.
Yeah. Would you consider this a kind of a new genre of music?
To me, I could say it's some. To me, I would say yeah, and the reason why, because I'm able to combine, two kinds of genres into one sound, into one beat. So like for example, they have like soca, they have dance hall, they have reggae. Now in that world, and in my world, if I was to those are three different genres.
Yeah.
Now let's say if artists like me would come and do that, I would be able to combine all of that music and rhythms and patterns into one, and being able to name it a different name. You know what I'm saying? Combining three kinds of genres into one. So that's how I was able to do Afro Punta, and that's how the name came about. Because it's actually
How did you come with Afro Punta?
Afro Punta. I'm basically Afro, coming from Afro beat, right? But taking out the beat and mixing it with the next other type of genre, which is called Punta, which is from Central America, Honduras, Guatemala, Belize. But my one of my boys that I used to go to college with, he's African himself. And the fact that I had a song before this is called You Ready. When he heard the beat, it kind of like touched him, because it was like a little Afro beat mixed with Punta. So I was combining two genres into one. And the fact that he kept hearing it, he's like, bro, this is a new sound, and I think you should name it Afro Punta.
And Punta, what's Punta?
Punta is a genre of music coming from Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize, and Central America. It's next to Mexico. So it's really small. If you really look deep into the map, Central America is right next to Mexico, but it's little tiny, and it's not noticeable. It's really not noticeable. So, yeah, I know you're looking at it like, yeah, it's really it's really, really tiny. And it's a genre of music, which is this flag that I represent. Which is this flag right here.
Okay, yes. Tell us what is Gary Funa.
Garifuna is actually a culture, and it represents the people from Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize. So even though we have three different countries, this represent everybody. This represent, like for example, you see how they have hip hop once again. They have hip hop, not just music, but it's a culture.
Okay.
You understand? They have like R&B, the way you dress, and all of that stuff. So this is like representing Honduras, Guatemala, and Belize, the people. So instead of three countries separate, this represents for all countries.
Okay.
And there's a genre of music too, and language too.
Oh, so Gary Funa is a genre of music and culture in a small area.
Guatemala and Belize. Yes.
Okay. I'm a little bit gobsmacked, actually, speechless. So basically, a lot of people doesn't know about this, right?
A lot of people doesn't know about it, but this is what I'm here for, to introduce it.
Yeah, so you want to show them again? Great. So I'm actually excited to actually see this coming to light. So would you say this is more of African culture?
Yes, to believe it or not, this word actually, like, you see the word Garifuna, right? This actually means Caribbean. Yeah,
Oh.
this stands for Caribbeans. Because even before the countries and stuff, the people came from St. Vincent. You see how all of us came
Yeah.
from Africa?
Yes. And
Yeah.
and so
Yeah, we was.
and but now you're saying that this Garifuna, it's kind of umbrella for the music,
The music,
the culture, and
history,
history,
yes,
and people from
food,
yes, people
yes,
from that area, they know this.
yes. Believe it or not, some of the Jamaicans came from this. But it's really deep. Like, if you really know the history, some of the Jamaicans were this. But the fact that the British and everybody, the England people came, you know how it is. They
Yes.
came from America to try to grab our people, to bring them to America, for them to work for them and stuff, and to the point where people started listening to them, started brainwashing people, to the point where some of our people from Africa started forgetting about where we came from.
So you are basically using this music, this culture, this rhythm, this beat, this genre to highlight a small demographic, a small community. I remember mesmerized.
Deep.
Tell me more. I'm
It's,
super
it's, it's,
mesmerized.
it's, it's really deep, man. And that's the reason why, when it comes to me performing and, wherever I go, I appreciate it, because I'm basically continuing the legacy of what our ancestors left us with. And I'm very passionate when it get on the stage, because it's a way for me to really express how I feel. Due to just having a normal conversation with one person, when I could have a conversation musically worldwide.
And when I look at the way you dance and the way you move, and as I said, the song that really grabs me to you is that "Give Them a Run" with Elephant Man. But you can hear that when I describe this song, I said it's Caribbean, it's Latin, and it's African music combined. So for me, it's good to see you really bring in this Africanness combination to out in mainstream actually.
Yes, that's what you just said is actually what I visioned when I was in the studio creating this. And this is deep right now. Is really getting deep as we speaking, because you're actually saying what was on my mind when I was in the studio creating it, and finding a way to incorporate all kinds of genres, Africans, and really describing who we are musically, and bring it into the mainstream kind of format where it's friendly to the radios and DJs, and actually lifting up our culture worldwide.
We have some people saying hi to you here on social media. Do you want to?
It's
do-
really a lot, man.
So you want to shout out to a couple of people on here.
Yes,
So a
yes.
shout out to.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, so pick somebody.
Yeah, so
Shout out to somebody.
Wow, shout out to DJ Boss, Ryan.
Does anybody you want to answer a question? Anybody have a question there you want to answer?
Anybody has a question? Let me see.
'Cause this is what Jamaica Live is about. We're live. We want to interact live with the viewers. We want them to.
Everybody say what's up.
So we're here with Jamaica Live. So anybody have a question? Anybody there have a question? Let me go to Jamaica Live and see if there's a question.
Everything is good, fam. God bless everybody watching Facebook Live right now. Everything is going good. Just here with Jamaica Live once again, and being able to combine something that has never been done before and bringing our people together.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm really speechless because I talk a lot, seriously. But I mean, it's like I'm like, wow. wow, this youth, this person is literally utilizing culture. Some people would describe it as pain, anger, the new world, everything, and literally put that into an art form and music, and really bringing it to the people. And I really want people to take, when they listen to your music, to take this away from the music, to really understand the in depth of what this music represents. What do you think?
Man, I believe like the way how I vision it, it's like the music represents for everybody. I don't really, limit myself in a way where it's like the music is just for this only side of people and forget about the rest. Because the music is a very universal language. And I feel like, with what I'm doing and everything, it needs to make sense with the definition of music. Universal language. Even for people that don't even speak English or, the language and stuff, when they hear the music, they still sing along like they speak the language.
And I always say that's what Jamaica Live is about as well. I mean, if you listen to what I said about Jamaica Live, even though it's Jamaica Live, and people think, oh, it's a Jamaican community. No, it's for everybody. It's Jamaica Live is for everybody. So you're saying that your music is also for everybody, wherever they are.
Everybody, yes, it's for everybody, because at the end of the day, everybody has a Caribbean DNA in them.
Are you proud of your accomplishment so far?
Yes, I'm really proud, and the reason why I'm saying that, because I actually put my life into it, and to be able to see, the outcome of today's day, people are really, appreciating what I'm doing. But I'm not doing it just for myself. I'm doing it for everybody, for the culture, and for people that want to get to know about their culture even more, or just looking for inspirational motivations. They could at least look at what's going on, seeing something that they never really got the chance to see or understand when they was trying to at the time. This is like a outcome for them to really put things together and be like, man, I seen this before, but now that I'm looking at it again, I actually understand now. Outcome.
You know what? As you're talking, idea burst into my head. Yeah, we're sitting with Bob Marley behind us. Yeah, and what you said just now, reggae music, Bob Marley, people, they did not understand the patois. They did not understand it and what he was saying, but they were just singing along with Bob Marley and learning music. Would you like your music, Afro Punta, Little June, become something what Bob Marley represents?
Yes,
in the world?
yes. It's crazy how you saying that, because that's how I look at it in certain situations where it's like, you see how you just said Bob Marley? I feel like it was, I don't know if people really gonna understand what I'm saying, but it's like certain artists that really impact certain people's lives in a way, because they are icons. For example, you have Bob Marley, you have Peter Tosh, too. Michael Jackson had it in him. Tupac had it in him. Biggie had it. Certain artists that they had, like, I don't know the word for it, but
Do you have any, can you name somebody in the Latin community? Well, I'm not gonna say like in Afro Latin community that you think so far has made an impact.
to me, I would say, I would say, I would say, Jennifer Lopez.
I'm talking about somebody like in African like melanin.
Oh, okay. Akon. Akon.
He's
He's from Africa.
I want to ask the Latin community. Okay.
All right, the Latin community.
Yes. Afro
It's-
Latin community. Okay.
That I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
okay,
know.
okay,
I don't
okay,
know. I don't know.
okay.
I don't know.
Are you going to be that person?
I vision that. Yes.
Is that your vision to become that person?
Yeah.
Yes, I actually believe you can do it.
Thank you.
I actually really believe you can do it. And I mean, there's a Cuban restaurant close to my house, and every time I go there, I always see on the screen it's mostly light-skinned Cubans or singers. For me, it's welcoming to see somebody who's dark-skinned from the Latin community who are pushing a genre that is new, fresh, vibey, energetic. What do you say about that?
Man, it's deep coming from you right now because it's crazy how God put things together. We here having this conversation, then next thing you know, we have Bob Marley, and this is like one of the peoples that I really admire too, and that really have something inside, and you noticing that too. That's why I believe in spirit. For real, for real, for real. For real
Honestly, as I said when I met you this morning for the first time, you and I've been talking, and I feel like I've known you forever. Seriously, I just feel like I've known you forever, and you're absolutely right. I think the energy is working together. But I want to ask you, you've collabed with Elephant Man. Which Jamaican artist would you like to collab with? Other Jamaican artists.
Okay, I would love to do Benny Man. Benny Man, Bounty Killer. Man. God first, but hey.
God, Beanie and Bounty, them used to be two rivals, but you want to bring them together?
Yes, yes, yes. I would love to work with both of them. And even though rest in peace, but if Bob Marley was still alive, I would have loved to collaborate with him too. But,
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, we have a lot of them new kind of artists, new kind of the vibes cartel type. Cartel
right,
type.
That's another artist I would like to collaborate too.
Well,
But
he's
situations.
But okay, anybody in his kind of music type would you is there any? I mean, you can say no if you don't want to, because I mean you have a lot of grit and gut and soul. I mean, you can say no.
Right. I mean, I believe everybody has talent, but they just, need guidance to be able to make, incredible music. And I'm not saying the people that's making music right now is not, really making music, but what I do believe is that, the surroundings or the people that they are around with, when it comes to them recording music, it's not being real enough for them to really bring out the best quality that they could bring out. But besides that, I would like to work with Alkaline. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think he's great. It's great, yeah. As far as today's day, yeah. There's many more artists, but it's just so much artists, and once again, and it goes back into marketing and exposure, and music too. Music that could touch people, and that's the reason why I love artists like Elephant Man, because he makes you bring.
I mean, he's the energy god.
Yes, he brings you that vibe. And what I love about Elephant Man is that he's a down-to-earth person. He sees something, and he, just like when he heard this beat, goes back into us being Caribbeans. He could relate to it, and that's why to touch them and say, "Yo, let's go, let's vibe, let's do this."
You want to shout out to Elephant Man?
Okay, shout out to Elephant Man. Shout out to you, fam, and everybody that's watching, man. God is good and everything. I love you all, but Elephant Man, shout out to you, fam. It's a big history that's going on right now. You open up extra doors, such as Jamaica Live and many more, man. Shout out to Leland, too,
man. Which artist would you like in America would you want to collab? Will you want to collaborate? That represents what you're trying to do.
Man, that's a good question. I mean, it's so many artists. Can we talk? Are we talking in general, or?
Yeah, but somebody. Yeah, but I would. You know what? I think about it just now. That represents what you're trying to do right now.
I would say there's a lot of African Afrobeat artists that I look up to too, but it goes back into marketing again because I don't really know too much of their names. But Afrobeat artists, um, many more. I know what you call it. Rihanna used to do these kind of. I know Rihanna used to do these kind of
Oh, moment. Would you like to color with Rihanna?
Yeah, yeah, Rihanna. Yeah, I know she has that Caribbean in her
Oh,
too. Yeah,
no,
yeah,
all right.
Rihanna has that.
Honestly,
too.
that's girl, Rihanna. I don't know you, sweetheart, but you're my girl. I'm telling you, she's like our Caribbean sister. She vibes even. She's
Yeah,
vibes
she
and Ray.
has it in.
She,
I
oh,
mean, in her, sorry.
she has it in her. No, no, Rihanna. If you study Rihanna, she had the vibes, the Caribbean, the Ray. She has it right there. I mean, her
Right,
mainstream music for mainstream. But if you listen, she does.
Right.
I'm sure you would like. I mean, I think you and Rihanna would do a good collab. Actually,
Yeah.
I think. So tell us a little more about your tour, and you want to tell us a little more about your tour and where people can find you.
Um, you can find me on Instagram. Instagram is very simple on Afro Punta official. You can follow me on that. I think that's the best option because when I say Facebook and stuff, it sounds so difficult. But you just could type Afro Punta and then everything would just start popping up. Google.com, anywhere, Afro Punta. But as far as the tour right now, I'm still on tour promoting the album. I have the everybody's literally supporting this album right now. I released it in September on September 3rd, and I already have 2,500 records out already.
That's great. How do they just find Afro Punta and it comes up on iTunes?
Yeah,
You can get
it
it
comes on iTunes, Spotify, whatever, Amazon, even the bathroom if they want.
And you know what? You're an independent artist right now. And you know what? I want to turn to the camera and I want to say, please support this artist. You're independent artist. You're doing your own stuff. You're motivated. You're bringing a new genre to the world, to mainstream. I want people to go out and buy Afro Punta. Buy Afro Punta. Yeah, I mean, this is just amazing. You know what I want to say to you though? I noticed that you your music has some similarities to Trinidadian music. How would you compare the two?
Well, it basically have some of the soca kind of vibe to it. So it's just the pattern. It's just like how some soca song is like. So take that same trend, and that's basically what punta is, cause it has the same thing. You speed it up a little bit, it's the same thing. So it's really close, but it has some different kind of elements that interact with the rhythm, because it's like soca, but then in the punta world you have the more of the African soul into it with the African drums, congas, the Latin, the drums, the electric guitar, bass, piano,
It's like
concho,
our ancestors,
yeah.
our ancestors brought over the music, and
Yes.
it lives
Yes.
in what countries? You want to tell me the countries again? Belize.
Guatemala and Honduras. Shout out to Nicaragua, Salvador too. That's in
And,
Central
okay,
America.
you know what? A lot of people want to know this. How much of a African melanin people in those areas? Because when we see these people there, they look light skinned, and we know a lot of tribes in those areas. How much influence does African people have in those areas?
100%. I would say 100%, because this flag right here is also a cultural. It's a culture, but it's also a language too. And the language is actually mixed with Africa, French, um, Arequipa, and Patois, like you said.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's like four different, axes of language, and it's just mixed.
So this is so this is so amazing.
Yes.
You literally design a music, a genre that is integrated in, what some people would say, slavery, because our ancestors A lot of them came over here during the slave trade. The food, the music, the culture. Um, so yeah, so I mean,
But
this.
one thing I could say though, when it comes to, when it comes to like, when it comes to this flag and our people, we were never slaves. So
Okay.
we were one of them peoples where it's like we really fight. We used to fight. We are soldiers, in a way where it's like, yes, we all came from Africa and this, and then going into Saint Vincent and all of that. But you know, we were never slave because we used to fight for our stuff. We was one of them people where it's like we would listen to our masters, but we wouldn't fully listen to our masters. We always used to find a way to escape, or you know,
And
in a
you
way.
think that's what Garfuna is about?
Yes,
Gar-
we are soldiers.
Garifuna.
We are soldiers.
Garifuna.
Soldiers. This right here, we was able to still have our food, our culture, and we never lost our language. Keep music, all kinds of stuff, man. It's really deep, man.
Okay, so we want to see if we can respond to a couple of people. Shall we
Yes.
try to do that?
Shout
So we
out,
have-
wow.
Brittany. Do you want to
She
say?
said, "Girl from the kids."
Garfield.
Yes.
I'm here watching.
Shout out to you.
Shout out to Nadine.
Hey, Nadie. Hey.
Shout
Hi,
out
will you be
Nadine.
coming to Jamaica to do a recording?
Big up yourself,
She
Nadine.
said, when you gonna come to Jamaica? Oh, wow. Yes, yes.
Nadine. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Shout out to everyone.
To Jamaica.
Oh, wow.
No, seriously. When are you going to Jamaica? No, seriously.
I'm really looking forward to go to Jamaica next year. God first. Because there's a lot of people too that's requesting for a music video to this Pani River, Afro Punta with Elephant Man. So everybody want to see that come to life, you know.
Oh, I want to see it come to life. Seriously, you need to. Yes. Listen,
The whole moment, yeah.
Listen, I'm shouting out to all my Jamaican people. This Afro Punta, Little June Alvarez right here. Trust me, when him come to Jamaica, give him a big hug. Seriously. Seriously. Let me see if I can take some more. Let me see what else.
It's a lot, man.
You want to check to see because that's on your end, right? Maybe some of your fans.
Yes, congrats. It is so much, man.
Anybody have a question? Anybody have a question?
OT Genesis would be a great collaboration.
Oh, great. Any questions?
Any question? Let me see.
Anybody out there have a question for Little John?
So proud of you, man. There's so much, so many people, man.
Thank you
Wow.
guys so much. We literally appreciate you guys watching. We literally.
Shout out.
You know what? Listen, I'm gonna shout out some people.
Yeah.
Why don't we shout out some people?
Okay,
Ozzy. Let's shout out some people. Ozzy.
Yeah, that's all right. You see, Ozzy, that used to be my manager. You know, that's the guy that do SKM Records. Me and did the partnership. So that's the guy, you know, really down to earth guy, and down to earth guy. You know, and you can never forget where you came from. It doesn't matter, you know, how much success you get in life and stuff like that. Always remember the people that was there for you. So salute to you, bro. SKM Records, shout out to you, fam. Man, Vilma, Miss Smith, Sharon, hey, LA people right now is tuning in. Man, Max, oh man. Lisa Green, shout out to you, love. DJ Nelson, JoJo, man, there's so many. Okay. Uh-oh.
I don't want to cuss nobody.
She said, put up some music. All right, cool. So this is the music right now with Elephant Man right here, you know.
To the higher and the river, Pandy Bank. Evans. Hello, Lamar. Let us hear Lamar. Hey, Lamar.
That's right.
Don't want to hear the music.
This one is for y'all, man. Love y'all.
So you're gonna do 2 songs for us. Is there anything else that I didn't ask you that you want to tell your fans before you do your 2 songs?
Once again, to everybody, I just want to take the time to say God bless you, you know, for showing the love and support, because without you all, there is no Little June at all. And for those of you that have dreams and stuff, really follow it, because nobody's not going to believe it the way you believe it. Believe in yourself before anybody else believe in you. You have what it takes. Create your own opportunities, and don't wait for opportunities to come to you. So do your best and represent your culture as well.
Yes, and I would say, you know, this is the same thing what Jamaica Live is about. You know, people should really go there and pursue their dreams and their goals.
Yes.
And don't sit down and say we can't do it.
Nope.
You can do it. Obama do it. We can do it. We can do it. Okay. So now we're going to you're gonna do some live, couple live for us. So in the meantime, we're gonna get ready. You're gonna do a cappella. Yeah. You know, so let's take a break. So we're gonna take a break. People, we're gonna come back in a minute. So again, this is Jamaica Live, Afro Punta, Little June, coming back in a minute. Stay with me because we're gonna do some enough things that are going on in a minute. Okay, yes. Signing off for a little bit. Hey.